Building trust and solving important problems. That is our purpose at PwC. And it is at the heart of everything that we do, whether it is partnering with clients to help them transform their business or making a difference to the society that we all live in.
PwC is committed to serving the society, serving the environment, making a difference. And I think those are very important aspects, globally as well, a lot in India.
I think it's very important for PwC type institutions to be engaging with the larger India rather than an audience for us, which used to be a very limited audience if you were to talk about the stakeholders that conventionally a PwC would associate with. I think we've had a fair amount of success when we talk about geographic expansion as well as programmatic expansion. So today, if you look at our programs, whether it be from Ajmer to Nepal to Manipur to J&K, those are not considered usual geographies where PwC usually goes out and operates.
We encourage our people to become agents of change. We work with communities at the grassroots level and undertake large-scale environment and developmental projects too.
It's difficult to say or quantify how does it benefit, but it's very important when you are actually working and doing pro bono engagements, and when you really look at the outcomes that you've delivered, it gives you a deep sense of satisfaction. And when we speak to our team members within PwC, we want to make sure that they, while they are doing well, they also do good.
If you look at the SSC, it's an action learning model which is focused around the individual and not necessarily always around the enterprise. So the ecosystem as it exists today in India on the social enterprise side, a lot of the focus is on the enterprise and on the idea. What we have tried to say is that we need to build people, and those people might fail at this particular idea, the one that they currently present, but at least have garnered the skills to be able to create many more enterprises, which again will go into the service of society. So our effort was to be able to plug a gap in some ways in the social enterprise ecosystem as it builds out in India.
Our work with PwC has been, more than just a grant. Of course, it started with the 2013 floods in Uttarakhand, but it has then continued to almost all other major emergencies that have struck our country. And the good part of this whole, association with PwC has been that it's actually gone on to a next level, which is about looking at a big picture.
Well, actually, I think they played a much more serious role right from the beginning. And as a matter of fact, we are delighted to be partnering with PwC for the value they brought to the table. When the calamity happened, we were looking for a technology which is going to be capable of dealing with these huge disasters. And we needed something which could be done quickly.
When we are consulting, we are always trying to picture ourselves in the client's position. And similarly, when you're doing CR work, we want to make sure that we are doing that as our own. And I think that's the biggest learning that we have from this.
So this whole discussion around resilience and resilience of those communities who are on the front line has actually brought us to many off-site kind of discussions, if you like, on looking at how can we improve those processes and how can we improve the way we can prepare for such responses. And that, I think, is an added value to our association.
Candidly speaking, we had no clue, okay? It's not only the lending the credibility to the whole process and putting the SOPs in place, doing a proper audit of the work that has been done, carried out. It's much more than that. They've helped us at every stage, and now our collaborations have grown much beyond the confines of only India.
So what we were trying to do was that considering the size and scale of what a PwC can do and with the type of best-in-class partners that we can deal with, We wanted to go after regions that take us out of our comfort zone and have us be truly inclusive in its entire context versus only being urban, which is usually where our stakeholders are.
Ajmer was very different, right? It dealt with a sensitive subject which was around sanitation needs in a school and primarily to do with girl children, right? And being a sensitive topic, we had to actually expose experienced people within that. A lot of the interviews and interactions that we were doing to assess the needs was with girl children, right? So it's really about how do we handle that, how do we capture those needs, how do we communicate that back, and really see how those are implemented into the design and the implementation of the program.
मेरी कठिनाई PwC के साथ शेयर किया और आगे जाके मेरे बच्चों के लिए क्या सुविधा दे सकती हैं वो हमने सोचना चालू कर दिया। PwC ने जब आर्थिक सहयोग दिया तो उसके वजह से मेरे बच्चों को मैं आज दूध दे पाती हूँ, फ्रूट दे पाती हूँ, बच्चों के सेहत के बारे में भी मैं सोच रही हूँ और बच्चों का विकास हो रहा है।
माझी बेबी तर शाळेत आल्यापासून ती एकदम अभ्यासात तिचं लक्ष जादा चांगलं आहे आणि सगळे घरामध्ये सगळे तिच्यापेक्षा हुशार आहेत।
रेगिस्तान में रहता हूँ, जहाज का काम करता हूँ। रेगिस्तान में रहता हूँ, जहाज का काम।
The corporate responsibility to me is far higher than philanthropy or just writing checks. And which is where PwC in India, we moved from just the financial help to those much needed projects to actually volunteering, because I believe that comes from heart of those 12,000 people we have in India.
Do my eyes draw a tear? Absolutely they do. You can't but be affected by being around some of these very, very challenged communities who, in their most challenging time, will bring you into their home, ask you if you want a meal, and such like, even though they might not know where their next meal is coming from. So I think, you're moved by these people, but at the same time, as a consequence of some of the experience that I've had over the last decade, it's somewhat easier to bring that professional edge to it as even going forward.
पेड़ पर मेरे एक कुबर जिसमें पानी